This is Dr. Mariah White, host of Your Life Matters. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hey, Choose to Rise fans, kjpmeyer here. I wanted to extend an invite to you to join me in my Healthy Living Accountability group, Together We Rise. It is there where we work on fitness, we work on nutrition, we work on positive mindsets, and supporting each other in the process of living a healthy, fulfilling life. In whatever season of life that you're in, everyone has the opportunity to live a healthier, more fulfilling life. So join me. Head me up at chooseriseup@gmail.com or check out chooseriseup.com to learn more about how you can be a part of this amazing group and feel fulfilled and healthy for life. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. Some of the most beautiful paths cannot be found unless you get lost. Good morning. Welcome to Choose to Rise. Welcome to Public House Media. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Those of you that decide to push play on the podcast, I appreciate you so very much. And I would love to know where you're listening from. Are you from here in the United States? Are you from Hungary? Are you from the UK? Are you from the Bahamas? Are you from Italy? Thank you. Those of you that are Italy that are pushing Choose to Rise up the charts there. Those of you who, wherever you're from, I would love to know where you're listening from and where you are plugging in from. So if you could let me know via email, or that you just, leave a rating and review and tell me where you're from there, or that helps other people find Choose to Rise as well, which is a double bonus. If you're here on Choose to Rise on Facebook, just comment below this video and let's have a conversation. Let's talk, let's share, let's see where we're from, and just create a stronger community around the world of learning about each other and getting to know each other and overcoming and rising up out of our current situation to live our best life. That is what it's all about here. And that's what we want to strive to do. And I try to help you, encourage you, support you, share with you some tips and things that I've learned on my journey as I've been on this evolving transformation journey over the last few years. And it's just been super powerful to hear from everyone else. So let's keep that going. That's a lot of fun. That gives me some hope and joy to keep doing this. And let's today talk about difficult roads that lead to beautiful destinations. A lot of people say that, the struggle is where the strength comes from. I mean, I say that a lot, and it's so true. But there's a lot of times that people really feel that obstacles are always getting in their way, or that it just seems so impossible to stay afloat. But Zig Ziglar has said it best, that difficult roads often lead to the most beautiful destination, and the best is yet to come. And if you can wrap your heart and your mind around that and understand that the best is yet to come, even if you are been, in a difficult spot at the moment, you will have a much more positive outlook on life, and you'll be able to endure, persevere, and keep going to find those good days, and know that you have hope in your heart and that you can keep going. With a constant pressure for us to perform at work and to keep up with chores at home and also maintain our personal lives and all the demands that our kids and other people have on us in the day, there's no end in sight to the life that's going to test you, right? We're not guaranteed a perfect life. We're not guaranteed an easy life. In fact, we're guaranteed a life that's going to teeter on both sides of the fence, on both rails of the train, where we're trucking down the line, right? You're going to have some sorrow in your life. You're going to have some joy in your life. And balancing that back and forth as we move along is always going to be there. But every morning, many of us, many people in this world wake up with a sense of dread because of the inevitable stress that's upon them. And they're always seeming to shift one direction or the other. But if we start to shift our perspective back a little bit, you'll see that every day has another opportunity to change our lives. Every single morning we wake up, we have a new start, a new beginning, a new way to bring new heart and life to your day. A new chance to start anew and maybe see the light shining through the clouds a little bit, and maybe go through the hardships in life in order to really fully appreciate the beautiful surroundings around you every single day. Sometimes we feel like we need a break. Sometimes there are reasons that it's just, it's hard for life. But I want to help bring you some better days ahead today. And so let's talk about 5 reasons why difficult roads lead us to beautiful destinations. It may not be easy to see the good in the bad at the moment. You might be really in the thick thick of the storm. But I want to encourage you today that if you are in the middle of a storm, if you are in a difficult phase of life right now, you are in a season where you're being tested on the daily, that you just aren't sure if you can keep your head above water. And maybe there's just, so much going on in life that you're just overwhelmed. I want to give you hope today. I want to give you some encouragement today. And I want you to speak to you directly, because I want you to know that you are loved, that you are worthy, that you are made for more, and God has a plan for you. And so if you can just focus a little bit of time with me today and soak up some of these words, these little reasons why you're in this storm, and understand that there are better days ahead. Like Zig Ziglar says, you will hopefully come away from this today with some new energy, some new life inside of you, and understand that there's that light at the end of the tunnel will be coming soon. So now the first one, we can't appreciate the good without enduring the bad. Like I've said before, like hard times in life are a blessing in disguise, because they allow us to be grateful for the good times, right? We have to go through a storm to see the rainbow. You have to be able to have the struggle to have the strength. You have to be able to understand what it looks like at our worst sometimes to be able to really appreciate the good on the other end of it. Our pastor this last week was talking about, coming through like the truth of truths is what we're kind of talking about in church. And he was talking about like, why do women decide to have babies, right? Why do women decide to go through the process of childbirth? Well, because they know that there's great joy on the other side, that the pain, the struggle that we're going to go through to have that child is going to come into a great joy of having that child at the end, right? To raise, and even going into as far as like raising that child, some days can really test you. And mamas, you know what I'm talking about. Those days can really test you, but seeing them grow and prosper and bring great joy to your life is the opposite side of that, or the other side of that. And those, you can't really appreciate the good things without enduring the bad things. And so once the storm passes, the sun will shine again, and you'll see that the challenges you faced were totally worth it. It's made you a better person. It's made you more resilient. It's going to help you the next time you encounter a roadblock in life to know that, one, that you can overcome it, and two, that you're strong enough to do things and that you become a better person because of it. The second thing, the reason why difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations is perseverance leads to victory. You might have to climb a mountain and traverse an arid desert before you reach an oasis, but eventually you will get to your goal. You will reach that goal and it will be there. And if you want something badly enough, life will reward you with all that it has in front of you. Work hard and don't throw in the towel. Stay with the goal. Stick to it no matter what, and you'll be able to have all kinds of beautiful things for you at the end. This morning in my podcast I listen to every morning, Quote of the Day show by Sean Croxton. I highly recommend him. They're short little clips, kind of like what we're talking about here, but they're a lot of different speakers from all over the world, and they share just positive, uplifting content in short bursts. And so today's was talking about the film producer Tyler Perry, and how he started with plays, and he ended up doing a play, and it was, he put up some money that he had, he did the play and nobody showed up. And then he ended up doing that, like just kind of speed this process up. He did that 7 times. He put up money. By the end of he continued with his dream. He wanted this play to work. He wanted to be producer. He wanted to entertain people, and he kept going even though it was really hard. Up to almost to that 7th point where people finally started showing up, he was living out of his car, his little Geo Metro. He was eating, from soup kitchens. He did not have really much money to his name, but because he believed in his goal and he believed in his journey and he continued to persevere, it led him to victory. And now Tyler Perry is like one of the most well-known producers and movie people out there, right? Like he had to persevere, and there are going to be people in your life that are going to say, stop. They're going to be people in your life, and sometimes the most closest people to you in your life that are going to say, we don't want to see you hurt. Just give up on it. But if you persevere, you're going to find victory. Many people have traveled the road before you and have gotten off due to weariness and frustration, but little did they know that if they kept walking a little bit farther, if they went all the way to the end, they find a spectacular treasure. And you get to do that, right? You might not have a mile left to go. You might have, 10 miles to go. If you call it quits now, you're never going to get get to that point in the end. So keep going, keep persevering, keep moving forward, because eventually you will find the victory and you will get there in the end, especially if you're surrounding yourself with people who believe in you. The third one I have for you is it teaches us patience. Patience is a virtue, and unfortunately, one that many of us have forgotten in today's world. We live in a constant culture of instant gratification where no one has to work for anything, right? You can just type in the word, say it into Siri, and it gives you the information. And that's just kind of everything gets handed to us these days. However, for those of us who don't surrender when we go through hard things, when we can get the experience of gift of allowing life to happen rather than forcing it to happen. In other words, people who go through the hard times rather than going around them will gain the gift of patience and acceptance for their situation. I know God is always teaching me things in these hard times, and he's put a stopping point or a struggle point in my life to teach me what I need to know to help me gain the strength that I need for the next big thing that's coming down the pipe. When I've been able to push through certain, smaller things in my life, which seemed really big in the time, but as I reflect on them, they were small bumps in the road. Those kinds of things, knowing that I can overcome those, have helped me climb the bigger mountains in my life and helped me achieve so much more than if I wouldn't have struggled in those small places before. It's the small things that shape us. It's the small battles that help us be prepared for the bigger battles in life. And once you've kind of passed that test, so to speak, you can arrive at a new place in your own mind, a place of peace and a non-resistance towards whatever is happening around you. And maybe your life won't drastically change by doing some of these things, but you will have reached a new level mentally. And that is huge in the grand scheme of things. So the fourth one is life is incredibly ironic. Life requires great sacrifice and is understandingly the duality of the universe. It takes sadness to know happiness. It takes pain to know pleasure. It takes weakness to know strength. It also takes hard times to know the good times, which is precisely why the most difficult roads will lead to the most beautiful destination. For example, if you want to start a business of some sort, you'll have to work long hours at the beginning to maybe have a little bit of payoff to have a great payoff in the end. But that payoff will come if you keep working and you keep making small sacrifices to have the big results in the end. Keep things in perspective so you don't have to get discouraged with it. And also surround yourself with people who want to go places. I love working with women specifically who want to have more in their life, who want to dream bigger, who know and love fitness already or want to become healthy and fit and want to pay it forward for other people. I have put a lot of work in the beginning, and I now be able to work full time from home where I can coach other people and share things like this with others. And just, it makes my heart happy to be able to serve and give back. And so I wouldn't have been able to be in this spot today if I wouldn't have put in the work and made the small sacrifices of a few bedtimes and, a few hours of sleep every day. And, the things that I felt like were big sacrifices at the time, but looking back on them now, they've paid off in dividends as we've gone forward. So keep going. Life is incredibly ironic, and you can't have one thing without the other. So keep moving forward. And the fifth one says it shows you what you want and what you don't want in life. Just like the difficult roads that you've had to walk down that have gotten maybe to that dead end job, or the things that you haven't wanted to go, it maybe takes you off on little tangents in different directions. Then you'll figure out, hey, that really wasn't where I wanted to go. And if you're struggling in it and you really don't want it, you won't have to keep going on it. If you give up when it's hard, it just tells your soul and tells your heart and your mind, that's not really what I wanted in this world. And you're going to go in the direction of the things you do want. But if you really do want to hit that goal, if you really do want to have that success, if you do really want to achieve a certain thing, you're going to keep muddling through the hard in order to get there. But you have to walk that path to know what's right for you and what's not right for you in the first place. Bumpy roads will often walk us down, toughen us up, and will our feet and make us maybe illuminate the true path of where we're supposed to be going. Choosing a wrong path on the fork of the road isn't a waste of time. In fact, it helps you really deepen your understanding and gain great clarity for yourself to get you on the right path to keep going. As we kind of wrap this up today, like for many of us, it seems that hard times never end. I've been in those shoes where I just felt like I'm always in the storm and I'm always, got clouds over top of me. But when you really, how do you get past those things is when you How do you get better from those things? It's how you shift your perspective in order to see that things could be a lot worse for you, or that things that are just a small tweak to change how life is happening right now in order for you to find happiness. Choosing joy in your life every day, looking intentionally for the good that's happening in the situations, looking for solutions, and surrounding yourself with people that are positive and going in the direction that you want to go. Surrounding yourself with people that are going to stay stuck or that are not headed in the direction that you want to go is just going to keep you moving away from the path that's going to get you to where you do want to go. So remember, you can't see the stars without seeing the darkness of the night. Know that you are worthy, that you are capable, that you can do anything that you set your mind to. And the difficult roads will definitely lead to beautiful destinations in your heart and in your mind and in life in general. So thank you so much for joining me today. And if this is something that really spoke to your heart, I would love for you to share it with other people. I would love for you to tell other people about Choose to Rise. Leave a rating, leave a review, helps more people find the show. And if you want to follow along my journey, head over to choosetoriseUp.com. You can send me an email at choosetoriseUp@gmail.com, or follow me on social media here at Choose to Rise on Facebook or on kjpmeyer on Instagram. I love meeting new people there, and I'm also on LinkedIn. So head over there as well. You can be a part of my uplifting community of women who are working on improving their fitness, improving their nutrition, improving their mindsets, and just getting to know me a little bit more there. You can head over to choosetoriseUp.com and click on the Build Freedom section and be a part of our team and be a part of this amazing mission of uplifting women, helping them rise up out of their current situation and live their absolute best life. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or rest of your week, and that you'll see you back here again soon. Have a great one.